2024 Athletic Banquet. We are live tonight on the Room Devil Network. Let everybody know we are live on YouTube. Go to Room Devil Network, and they can watch it there. At this time, I'll ask Nolan Griggs to come join me. This year, Swain County High School lost two very cherished members of our athletic family. Our beloved certified athletic trainer, Kerry Powell, and our legendary Swain County football coach, athletic director, Boyce Deeds. Please join me now in a moment of silence as we honor these special individuals. It will be followed with a prayer by Nolan Griggs.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful day you have given us today. Dear God, we thank you for this wonderful celebration of our athletes that we are about to participate in. We thank you for the abilities that you have blessed each athlete with in order to play the sport they love. Teach us, Lord, what it means to be real winners in your eyes. Go with us as we travel home. Keep us all safe. May everything we do please you in Jesus' precious holy name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Nolan.
Yesterday was Memorial Day, and I read a quote yesterday that was so fitting. It said, all gave some, but some gave all. We would be amiss today if we did not remember those who have given their life so unselfishly for us to have this freedom to stand here today. With that, we want to do it, and I understand that there's a separation of the holidays, but we want to ask any person in the audience who is currently or has served or is currently serving in the United States military, if you would please stand. Thank you. While Memorial Day honors those who have lost their lives in the call of duty, we thank all those who have risked their lives for the freedom that we have. We thank the family members who gave that loved one that they never got to see again. Those young men and women who've died on foreign land and stayed there. Thank you to the countless millions who have served or who are serving at this moment so that we can enjoy the freedom we have. At this time, we want to honor this great nation, and we want to think about those troops who have served and some even died for us to have this privilege to be here tonight. But we want to honor this great nation by the playing of our national anthem. So we'll ask you, if you would please, to stand, remove your hats, face the flag as we play the national anthem.
Whose stripes and
this time, I would like to recognize some distinguished guests. Please stand to be recognized. Please hold your applause until all names are called. Swain County High School administrators, central office staff, Swain County School Board, Swain County Commissioners and Town Aldermen, EDCI government officials. Without you guys, we couldn't do what we do. Thanks for all your help. In an effort to save time in our coaches' presentation, I'd like to take the time to extend several thank yous on behalf of the entire coaching staff. Again, please hold your applause until all names are called. Counselors, administrators, and assistants, custodial maintenance staff, Swain County School Bus Garage, Booster Club, Mark and Christine Hawkins, parents who helped out concession stand, Swain Pride, Matt Pegg, Toby Burrow for getting our athletes out to social media and certifications, Sharon Burrow, Gary Ayers, the Chain Gang, Sherry Wright, Joe Holt and the Maroon Devil Network, scorekeepers and clock operators. Even though Joanna McMahon is retired, she still helps with taking pictures in the program. Thank y'all. Parents of athletes, if you would please stand. Without you guys, our athletes wouldn't get to and from practice. Thank you for all the sacrifice you made and letting us have your athletes. Thank you. Athletes, please stand. Thank you for making a commitment to Swain High Athletics. Thank you for making us our best and then some. I'd like to recognize our coaches, athletes for being the winner of the 2023-24 Wells Fargo Conference, Smoky Mountain Conference Cup. We have now won this cup 3 years in a row. Thank you. On a side note to that, in the spring when spring sports started, the state does a cup also, which recognizes the all-around best athletic program in each division. In the spring, we were down 6 points behind Mount Airy. They've had a pretty good spring, but I think we've had a better spring. They have not sent us totals yet, but as Coach Roper and Coach Payne, they think we could have a chance to win either by a half point or a point. That would be a huge feat by a public school to pull that off. And we're close, and hopefully by this summer and this fall, we'll get to celebrate that. But that is a great job by our athletes and our coaches to put us in that spot. Thank y'all. Spouses and coaches' children, please stand up. Thanks for understanding that your spouse and parent does an important role in the touch of so many lives. I know at times it's not easy with the time they are away from home, the ball games, and the family times they miss, or all the negative talk you may listen to. Thanks for understanding and letting them coach, and thanks them for being part of Swain County High Athletics. Thank you. To these coaches behind me, thank you for all your hard work and dedication. Thank you for spending hours of your time working with our kids. Thank you for showing up every single practice and game. Thank you for working as hard as you possibly can to make our facilities the best. Thank you for driving all those miles on those buses to get us to the games and home safely. Thank you for staying after the games to clean up the facility and making sure our equipment is put away. So to all you coaches, I say thank you. Thank you for giving everything you have to make kids' sports better, even more importantly, to help make those kids better people. Thank you for what you do. At this time, Coach Marr is going to recognize banner sponsors.
So we simply couldn't make it without our banner sponsors. We're so appreciative of what you guys do every year. If you are interested in becoming a banner sponsor, or you know a business that might be, Coach B and I will start coming around in June, or please get a hold of one of us. Please hold your applause to the end. Our field or floor sponsors from this year: Bryson City Cabin Rentals, North Carolina Farm Bureau, High Creek Earthworks, Better Homes and Gardens, K&B Mowing. Our maroon sponsors: Smith Company and Accountants, Kirkland Construction, WNC Defense Incorporated, CJ's Grill, Mountain Blessing Cabin Rentals, Cherokee Tribal Council, Remax, Awanesa Realty, All-Star Sign Company, Parts City Auto Parts, Big Cove Grocery. Our white banner sponsors: Edward Jones, Heron Real Estate Team, James Ridgway, the Haywood Smokehouse of Franklin, Salon number 1718, Ward's Plumbing, McDonald's, Smoky Mountain Railway. And finally, our gray sponsors: Farley Insurance, Crisp Funeral Home, Brigham and Maddox, United Community Bank, JL Strategic Solutions, Southwestern Community College, and Swain Public Transit. If any of you folks are here, please stand up tonight. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, guys.
At this time, I'm going to invite any athlete down to collect your tri-sport patch. That means if you played, for example, football, basketball, and then ran track, that's 3 sports. Some of you played 4. If you would come down, collect your patch, and then remain on the stage. Come on down if you played 3 sports or more. I think when I looked on the sheet on the computer, I think we have almost 60 kids that play in 3 sports or more. This is why Swain High Athletics is successful, because kids make sacrifices to play multiple sports. I've been to a lot of AD conferences, and they're amazed at how many of our kids play multiple sports, and we have this many tri-sport or even quad-sport athletes that do this much. It takes a lot of sacrifice in time, commitment through the summer, but this is why we are our best and then some. Thank you, tri-sport athletes. You can go. At this time, I want to recognize 2 special people who go above and beyond to help us do what we do here. The first one is new to us this year. He works his butt off, even to a point where he cramps after a ball game. If you watch him on the sideline, he's got just as much enthusiasm as the kids do. And in 1 year, he's gotten that Marine blood in his system. And we are thankful for all he does. He went to a softball game one night, and next morning we were leaving at 5:30 in the morning for track, and he was right there ready to go, get on the bus and go again. This first award for recognition goes to Andrew Pickle. This next award goes to a young man that's been with me a long time. I call him Mayor Cherokee because he knows everything that's going on. But if we have an event, either his mom's going to get him or he's going to tell me to come pick him up. It don't matter if it's 5 o'clock in the morning or what it is, but it don't matter what sport it is or what event it is. Academic banquet, he's going to be here. Graduation, he's going to be here. But he helps us a lot. He's got a great mind in remembering things. When I take him home, he'll say stuff like, "Coach, you called Chris Funeral Home. We got to get that tent for the graduation." And he just knows. He just remembers a lot that we do here. And we couldn't make it without him. This next award goes to Casey Crow. Thank you guys for all you do. All right, we're going to start with the awards, but the first one I'm going to do our Special Olympics. These guys are a part of our life every day. They make coming to work a lot of fun. And if they are here tonight, is Miss Holt here? Oh, here you go. Come on up, Miss Holt. No, you're going to do the talk.
Okay, so first one we have is Nolan Griggs. And I want to say that he is not just in Special Olympics, he also participates in wrestling. So give him a hand. The next one we have is Eva Hagler, and she did a walk run and got a medal. Come on up, Eva. Oh, and she did a 5K the other weekend, so give her another round of applause. That's pretty cool. And then we had John Taylor, if he's here. He is also on the golf team, so he's also, I don't know if he's here yet or not, but give him a round of applause if he is not. Anyway. And then we had Emmy Jackson. Come on down, Emmy, I see you. And then we had Owen Cripps, who was also on the track team, and he ran with the track. So I don't know if he's here yet, but give him a round of applause for you. And then we had Colton Jenkins, who also ran and threw. Oh, here comes John. Come on down, John. He's our golfer. And last we had Ella Garcia. So give a hand to all our Special Olympians and all that they do. Thank you guys.
All right, this time. All right, this time. Coach N. Roper. Women's outdoor track, Smoky Mountain Conference champions, regional champs, state champions. Coach Roper, Smoky Mountain Conference Coach of the Year. Men's outdoor track, Smoky Mountain Conference champions, regional runner-up, state champions, Smoky Mountain Conference Coach of the Year, Coach N. Roper.
All right, Coach B sent out an email, said I needed to keep it under an hour, so I'll do my best with it. I get asked quite a lot in and around track season after the state championship that what's the secret to our success in our track and field program, and there's really no one single answer to that. There's so many different ingredients to go into, what's the secret sauce here at Swain County High School. And I've been in the sport for a long time. I've been at several schools over my 30 years, and I can tell you some things that are different about how we do things in Swain County compared to other programs that I've either witnessed or been a part of. Number one is our administration. Our administration is invested in our program. If we need to travel to High Point for a practice for a pole vault, we make it work. If we need to travel to Tennessee or down into South Carolina to find a championship caliber meet to challenge our kids, we'll find a way to make it happen. When we need to host a meet, but we can't host a large meet at our facility just due to the configuration of everything in our stadium, we take our show on the road. And that is no easy task. We'll host at Western, we've hosted at Inca, we've hosted at Monterey College, and without Neil, Jeff, Tony, Scotty, Bones, Casey, all our parents volunteering, it just wouldn't be possible to host the events that we do in other venues, and our program would be less for it. Our administration has allowed us to invest in coaches. Coaching track and field, I always like to say, it's kind of like coaching 14 sports all at the same time. Everything is very different, and every practice for each different individual event is also different. I've been in programs where I was the only guy for boys and girls. And that's not an easy task, and there was no way that I could give each athlete on my team the individual attention that they needed to be as successful as they could have been. But our administration has allowed us to go out and find coaches. We've got 8 super coaches with our track program. Keith Payne and Frank Hill with our distance kids are as good as anybody you will find at any level. I tried for several years to steal Jay Raxter from Murphy to coach our throws, and we finally got him a couple years ago. Does a super job along with Nick Millsaps, who owned every throws record here at Swain County High School. He works with our throwers too. He owned them until NSA obliterated his records here over the past couple of years. Bruce Roth, working with our hurdlers. He's been with me almost as long as I've been the head coach of the program, and Bruce brings years of experience and having competed at the highest level in hurdles up in New York. Does a great job with our kids. This year we were fortunate enough to be able to bring Akba Gillespie on to work with our sprinters. Ak competed at a championship level at Western Carolina for Coach Danny Williamson. Peter Julius also has been a very successful head coach and vault coach for a number of years, and he works with our vaulters. And because we have the expertise to work with our kids and to give them that individual attention, they're able to reach heights that most programs can't get their athletes to. But number 3, the difference in Swain County High School is our athletes. And I tell you, we have some of the hardest working athletes that I have ever been blessed to be around as a coach. They demand excellence from themselves. They demand excellence from each other. And they also know that if they put in the work that we are asking of them, that the results will come. They're bought in. So with that, we'll start with our girls program. Could I get all the members of the 2024 1A North Carolina High School Athletic Association State Championship Girls Track Team to please stand? When I stood before you all last year, we talked about what Rarefied Air, our girls running program, had reached. It seems like we do that a lot lately. But one of the things I pointed out last year was that having won last spring our 3rd consecutive outdoor title, sandwiched around 2 indoor titles and 2 cross-country titles, that had given us 7 consecutive running titles in a row. And those 7 that we reached last spring, well, about 1 year ago now, is a feat that had only been matched by the 1951 Durham High School and 1920 Alamance Friendship boys track programs. Their accomplishment is not only exceptional, but that shows it's generational. Well, ladies, I'm happy to tell you this spring, you now stand alone. A perfect 10. And guys, I can't tell you as a coach, again, that's been in this game for 30 years and has coached any number of sports. I've coached about everything except volleyball at some point. And it is hard to win a conference championship. I don't care if you're coaching ping pong. I don't care what the sport is. It's hard to win a conference championship. And 10 state titles in a row for one program it's unheard of. It's unmatched, and I don't know if it's anything anybody will be able to reach those heights. I'd like to now recognize our individual athletes for their accomplishments. If you could please come forward when I call your name to receive your awards. Arizona Blankenship. Arizona's All-Conference, All-Western Region, All-State, the state champion in the 4x800 relay, state champion in the 1600 run, and state champion in the 3200 meter run. She's the Smoky Mountain Conference Runner of the Year. Angel Lamelli. Angel is All-Conference, All-Western Region, All-State, state champion in the 4x800 relay, state runner-up in the 1600 meter run, and 3rd in the state in the 3200 meter run. Annie Lewis. Annie is All-Conference, All-Western Region, All-State, state champion in the 800 meter run, state champion in the 4x800 relay, and 6th in the state in the 4x400 meter relay. Emily Grace Stargell. Emily was All-Conference, All-Western Region, All-State, and state champion in the 4x800 meter relay. Milani Linton. Milani was All-Conference, All-State, 3rd in the state in the 300 meter hurdles, and 6th in the state in the 4x400 meter relay. Gracie Sutton. Gracie was All-Conference, All-State, and 3rd in the state in high jump. Alden Thomas. Alden was All-Conference, All-State, and 2nd in the state in pole vault. Hannah Wingate. Hannah was Honorable Mention All-Conference, All-State, and 3rd in the state in pole vault. Carden Edding. Carden was Honorable Mention All-Conference, All-State, and 4th in the state in pole vault. Faith Woodard. Faith was All-Conference, All-Western Region, All-State, and 3rd in the state in shot put. Audrey Monteith. Audrey is All-Conference and 6th in the state in the 4x400 meter relay. Maya Burroughs Kerr. Maya is All-Conference and 6th in the state in the 4x400 meter relay. Marley Hicks. Marley is All-Conference and a state championship qualifier in the 4x200 meter relay. Lily Björknes. Lily was a state qualifier in the 4x800 meter relay. At this time, I'd like to ask Coach Payne to come and present the Most Valuable Runner Award for the ladies team.
The most valuable runner for the ladies, I mean, we go by simple points. It's the easiest diameter to go by. And when you're sitting here and you win the 4x800, you win the 1600, you win the 3200, you go to conference and you also place in the 800, you go to regionals and you also place in the 800, and then you could run state at the 800, but we didn't need her. She's like, I just play for the 2 mile, and then she goes out and dominates that. She holds the state record in the 3200. Her 4x8 team, they set the state record and became the fastest 1A team ever in the 4x800. So, I mean, it's just an exceptional time for Swain County and Swain County runners, and it's an exceptional time for Miss Arizona Blankenship on this side of the line.
Now for the Most Valuable Field Award again. You know, we look at points and who consistently scored points across the course of the season and scored highest at the state meet. Our most valuable field athlete was been runner-up in the state 3 consecutive years in pole vault, Ms. Alden Thomas. And lastly, for the ladies to present the Coaches Award. This young lady's full of spunk, but she shows up every day to work. She works hard. She's our lead hurdler, qualified in the 300 hurdles this year, finished 3rd at the state meet. She was also the anchor for 2 of our relay teams. And Coach's Award goes to Milani Linton. Let's have one more round of applause for our state champion ladies track and field team. At this time, I'd like to ask Coach Jaimez to come to the podium to present the Tyler Bowman Memorial Scholarship Award.
Hey everybody, I'm very appreciative of the fact that we continue to do this scholarship because for those of you guys that had the opportunity to get to know Tyler, he was a very, very special young man. He had a smile that was just so infectious that every time you got to kind of be around him, it overtook you in a good way. And so the fact that we continue to have the opportunity to remember this young man through this gesture is something that's very befitting of him. So this individual that's receiving this award, I believe represents so many traits that I saw in Tyler, and I think Tyler would be very proud to have this individual receive this award. So I'll let Coach Roper announce who it is.
Thank you, Coach Jaimez. This year's Tyler Bowman Memorial Scholarship Award winner was one of the unquestioned leaders in the boys program, really for the past 4 years. I think he's the only male senior athlete graduating today that was a 4-sport athlete all 4 years of high school. It's my honor to present this award to Connor Lambert. All right, now for the boys program. Could I get all the members of the 2024 1A North Carolina High School Athletic Association State Championship Boys Track Team to please stand? I don't know if I've personally ever been a part of a more satisfying championship as a coach at any level in any sport. These boys, these seniors, are just such a special group of young men. They've been close consistently throughout high school, cross-country season, indoor track season, runners-up at the state championship meet last year, finishing really a soul-crushing second place to Union Academy. But gentlemen, you are the bridesmaid no longer. You are now, and forevermore will be, state champions. And you accomplished this feat as dramatically as the girls accomplished it emphatically. Down 4 points, going into the 4x400 relay, the very last event of the day, needing a 4th place finish or better to win the state title. I walked over to our 4x4 team who had reported to the clerk's tent, was being held at the clerk tent, being ready to get walked out for the start of the race, to give them just a last piece of advice. And I think Josh will tell you, I gave them that last piece of advice about 4 times. And about the 4th time I went over, Josh said, "Coach, we're just going to win it." And win it they did. We would now like to recognize our individual athletes' accomplishments for the boys team. Gentlemen, if you could please come forward to receive your awards as I call your name. Insay Uford, All Conference, All Western Region, All State, State Champion in Shot Put, 3rd in the state in Discus, and the Field Athlete of the Year in the Smoky Mountain Conference. Insay is also ranked top 40 in the United States in both shot put and discus. Abhi Patel. Abhi's All Conference, All Western Region, All State, State Champion in the 4x400 relay, and State Runner-Up in the 4x800. Josiah Glaspie. All Conference, All State, 3rd in the state in the 400-meter dash, 3rd in the state in the 4x100 relay, and State Champion in the 4x400. Connor Brown. Connor's All Conference, All Western Region, All State, 3rd in the state in the 1600 run, State Runner-Up in the 4x800 relay, and State Champion in the 4x400. Josh Collins. Josh is All Conference, All State, 3rd in the state in the 4x100 relay, and State Champion in the 4x400. Kane Jones. Kane is All Conference, All Western Region, All State, State Runner-Up in the 4x800, 6th in the state in the 800, and State Champion in the 4x400. Carl Baird. Carl's All Conference, All Western Region, All State, State Runner-Up in the 3200, State Runner-Up in the 4x800, and 5th in the state in the 1600 run. Zeke Glaspie. Zeke is All Conference, All Western Region, All State, 3rd in the state in the 4x100, 8th in the state in the 200 dash, and the Runner of the Year in the Smoky Mountain Conference. Owen Craig. Owen is all conference, all state, and third in the state in pole vault. Caden Sawyer. Caden's all conference, all state, and third in the state in the 4x100 relay. Keontae Graham. Keontae's all state and third in the state in the 4x100 relay. Evan Hall. Evan is honorable mention all conference and fifth in the state in pole vault. And Duncan Brown. Duncan is sixth in the state in pole vault. Connor Lambert. Connor Lambert's all conference, all western region, all state, and state runner-up in the 4x800 meter relay. At this time, I'd like to Coach Payne to come forward and present the Most Valuable Runner Award for the boys track team.
Well, I'd like to say that I found this boy, but I didn't. Jeff Mark constantly reminds me, man, you thank me for this guy. We found him in gym, and they found him, and he's doing the pacer test. You all don't believe in the pacer test. I'm a firm believer in the pacer test. He came out as a freshman last year, and this year he just absolutely obliterated records left and right. Between him and Connor Brown, that mile record was broken 5 times. And he ended up breaking the 2-mile record. And his 3,200 meter time was, in fact, a 9:21. It's the second fastest ever by a kid in a 1A high school. So he scored more points, great at state. Our most valuable runner is Carl Baird.
For our most valuable field athlete, not much doubt about this one. N.C. Uford holds the school record in shot put and discus. He has the longest ever discus throw by a 1A athlete, and he's a 1A state record holder in the shot put after this year's state meet. Our most valuable field event athlete, N.C. Uford. And lastly, the Coaches Award. This kid's really special to me, just like he's special to a lot of people. He's the glue that you got to have on your team. He's the kid that's always going to show up every day. He's going to work his hardest. He's going to demand the same from everybody else. And you don't win state titles without kids like this. This award goes to Josh Collins. And lastly, if I could get Lily Björknes to come back up real quick. I spoke briefly earlier just about what a fantastic senior group this is. We've got 7 boys. Lily's our one lone senior girl. She's been a part of 10 state titles in her time here at Swain County High School. And these guys, really, they wanted this. They wanted to reach this peak. They pushed each other. And then just such a great senior leadership group that we're going to dearly miss. So I've just got a little presentation from my senior athletes if you walk over here. We could have one more round of applause for your state championship track team.
At our academic banquet the other night, we gave our first ever carry-on scholarship. We gave it to a male and female. And I didn't have the check the other day, but I do now. Our female was Callie Wiggins, and our male was Josh Collins. All right, men's golf, Josh Crick.
So first I want to thank my wife for putting up with my obsession with golf. Next, I'd like to thank Coach Blankenship and Coach Marr for their continuous support. Anything I need, they're always there to help. Last, I'd like to thank Smoky Mountain Country Club and Sequoia National for helping with our teams, men and women. Will the 2024 men's golf team please stand up to be recognized? As we made our way through the season this year, we started with a lot of question marks if we could compete with other teams in our conference. Each day, these young men worked hard to get better at their individual golf game to better themselves and the team. Each match, it seemed like we finished last, but they persevered on and kept working hard, improving 3 to 5 shots each day. And by the end of the year, we finished 5th in the conference. I want to recognize 2 golfers tonight, and when I call your name, please come down. First, our most valuable golfer award goes to a young man that placed 11th in our conference tournament, was first on our team in scoring, and our honorable mention at conference. The 2024 most valuable golfer goes to senior Reese Winchester. The next award goes to a young man that I've had to coach for 4 years. I've had the honor and privilege of coaching him. I also had him in 3rd grade. He's a senior this year, and this young man was always at practice, always worked hard, and always had a smile on his face. Even when he didn't get to compete, he was always there, showing up every day and participating. He exemplified what a Swain athlete is. This is the first year in 15 years of coaching that I've ever given this award. And I've named this award the Perseverance Award because this young man has and will continue to persevere throughout the rest of his life because he is an awesome young man. It is my honor and privilege to present this award to senior Wyatt Potts. Thank you.
Women's varsity softball, Coach Burrow.
We'll take just a minute to ditto everything that everyone that Coach Blankenship thanked, plus himself and Coach Marr for everything they've done for us. I want to ask everyone who finished the year with us this year in softball to come on down to the stage, please. May have to hit the house lights, Joe. I'm not sure. I'm not confident in their agility. While they are aligning themselves, I want to tell you that Coach Kevin Jones couldn't be here tonight. He's in Asheville in Memorial Mission Hospital awaiting some tests. So our thoughts and prayers are with him. And I know he wishes he could be here with y'all tonight for these awards. Coach Carson, there she is giving out some of our awards. As we go here, we've given out a lot that we're not going to spend time on.
Some of them are just inside jobs for us. Things like our Gold Glove winners, people who had good fielding percentage, courtesy runner, our Pirate and our Shark winners. Those are our helmet decals. So there's lots of those going out. And then we will do, let's see what we've got here. I've got 2 awards from last year that I need to give out. They were for All District 8 softball by the North Carolina Fast Pitch Coaches Association and the All State Awards in softball last year. And these are named after our season and after this banquet is over with. So these go to Riley Rawls and Carly T. Sateski. And next up will be our all-conference, and we'll go with honorable mention first. Faith Woodard. Molly Woodard. Maddie Bird. So all conference this year, we had 3. The first is Kennedy Anthony. The second is Carly T. Sateski. And we're very excited by this last one. We did not get to announce it to them, so they're just finding this out themselves. But the 24, Smoky Mountain Conference Pitcher of the Year is our own Riley Rawls. Thank you all. Hang on, whoa. Coach reminded me that I have 2 more most valuable awards to give out. These are ours. They go to Carly T. Sateski and Riley Rawls. Okay, now we're done.
All right, JV baseball and varsity baseball coach Mike Grano. I am sad as he comes up that he's going to be leaving us and going back home. We're going to miss him, but he did a great job for us while he was here, and we are going to miss him, but thank you, Coach, for all you did.
Hope everyone's doing well tonight. I want to begin by thanking everyone for the support that they showed our team this season. Thank you to our athletic directors, Coach Blankenship and Coach Marr. I appreciate the continuous help and guidance you've given me this season and my time here at Swain. Next, I would like to thank our principal, Ms. Blankenship, for making athletics such a priority here at Swain. I know you appreciate how much it means to our kids. Next, I would like to thank our parents for the unwavering support that you showed through all the ups and downs that we had this season. The dedication you show your son is unparalleled. I would like to thank my coaching staff, Jimmy Monteith and Chris Barker. There's no way I've been able to do my job without your help, and the knowledge that you passed on to our guys was an invaluable help for our program. It was truly a team effort to make sure that we coached these players as well as they deserved. Another person I definitely need to mention is Miss Jackie Parton. Jackie jumped right in and volunteered to be our team mom. She provided both our JV and varsity boys with pregame meals, and she made all this happen in her free time and delivered them to each game, home or away. It was a bigger contribution to the team than I think you know. Some others that helped in that regard were Miss Emily Schuler, Miss Laura Holden, and Miss Sarah Smiling. I'd also like to thank Drew Bowers and High Creek Earthworks for helping us with some of our facility improvements this year. I would like everybody to give all those people a quick round of applause. There's a long list of people, obviously, that I would like to thank, but for the interest of time, that's just not doable. So thank you to everyone who has showed us support and believed in what we are trying to accomplish for this program during my time here at Swain. It doesn't go unnoticed by me or anyone else that has interest in Maroon Devil baseball. JV or varsity players, if you're here tonight, please stand. Quick word on our season. Of course, it didn't end where we would have liked it to, but like I've told you before, the strides that we made from the beginning of the season to what you showed you were able to do in the second half of the season were immense. You should be proud of that. We fought adversity all season long, and you showed up, stared it in the face consistently, and proved that you can handle whatever it throws at you. That means something, even if it always didn't translate to wins. You've heard me say, adversity doesn't dictate character, it reveals it and provides an opportunity to refine it. You prove that time and time again. That leads to just one of the things I hope you can take away from this season. You found the ability to flip that compete factor switch when you needed to, no matter how things were going or what it looked like at the moment. That is huge. Because just like in baseball, you will find the need to do that constantly in your lives as individuals. It is one of the many life lessons that we can learn from this game. I want to wish you all the best moving forward. And I have faith that you will succeed in anything you do, as long as you follow the principles and the values that we have laid out for this program. I appreciate and am honored to have been your coach. I hope you reach out if you ever need anything or just want to check in. I can't say enough how proud I am of you and what you have done and will continue to do. Thank you. All right, on to our award winners for baseball this season. Okay? The first awards that we're going to present will be our all-conference players. The first player who finished first in overall voting is Carter Hayes. Carter also missed being a repeat Smoky Mountain Conference Player of the Year by one vote, which he was well deserving of being there again this year. The next player who finished fifth in overall voting is Braden Ruay. Our last all-conference player who finished seventh in overall voting is Lawson Woodard. Next, I would like to present our honorable mentions for all conference. These players finished just outside of the top 14 players. They are a couple of freshmen, Will Holden and Aiden Smiley. Next, we will present our two Swain Awards for our varsity team. When thinking about what awards we wanted to give, of course, MVP award is one you feel like you should include. Well, there are many players up here and there and not here that are very deserving of winning that award, but I'm only allowed to choose one. So the first award tonight we're going to give out is our Maroon Devil Baseball MVP. This player makes an impact in the areas of the game that you notice, but also in the unsung areas where he makes the biggest impact. If you know baseball, you may know what I mean, and if you know what position he plays, you definitely know what I mean, and that player is Carter Hayes. The next award we will give tonight is what we call the Diamond Devil Award. The Diamond Devil Award is our coach's award. It is designed to go to the player that consistently showed the qualities that we strive for as a program. This player showed to be of value to our team, not only as an excellent player, but also demonstrated the little things that we preach to be important. Effort, attitude, work ethic, positivity, and many other things that are just too long to list. This player consistently demonstrates those qualities. This year's Diamond Devil Award goes to Braden Ruay. The last award that we would like to give out tonight is for our Swain Award for our JV team. This player not only contributed to our JV team, but was also helped in many areas as part of our varsity team. He filled each and every role asked of him to their fullest ability and never once with complaint or lack of effort. Our JV Maroon Devil baseball player is Noah Shulman. Let's give the baseball team one more round of applause. I appreciate it.
Coach Klein, women's soccer, Smoky Mountain Conference champions, Smoky Mountain Conference Coach of the Year.
First of all, if we could have all the girls that played on the conference championship team, please stand. Many of these players have been part of 3 consecutive conference championships, and we've truly enjoyed getting to coach these players. Overall, it's a great season for us. I also want to thank Kendall Cochran. She has been recognized as the Region Assistant Coach of the Year and the West 1A Assistant Coach of the Year. So congratulations. We knew going into the season that we wanted to go in and win the conference championship and also make a good run into the playoffs. And we took care of the first part of that with the conference championship. And with the second part of that, it's just the luck of the draw as far as we drew one of the top teams in the state, defending state champion 2 years in a row, and they're playing tonight to decide if they're going to the state championship again. So we're unlucky with that in the second round, but overall, we had a great season. We saw tremendous improvement within the team, all the players. So we're very proud of the team for what they've done, what they've been doing throughout the season. As far as the coaches awards, the first award that we have is the Most Improved Award. And for this player is a totally different player from even the beginning of the season to the end of the season. She has shown so much improvement throughout, and she really stepped it up on the defensive side. And this player is Kennedy Cooper. The next player also, she improved tremendously this past year. She's continued to improve throughout this season. And this award is the Impact Player Award. And it's just been great to see somehow she's able to constantly be at the right place at the right time on defense. And it's been great to see. That player is Rose Carson. Now looking at the conference awards, we had 4 players that were selected as all conference, and we had 2 players that were selected as conference honorable mention. And then the all conference players were also all selected as all region. The first player to get conference honorable mention is the player that she played defensive mid for us, and she had the second most steals and clears on the team. This player is Sophie Matz. The next player that got conference honorable mention is a player that's played about every position on the field. She starts off typically on defense, but if we need a spark offensively, if we need some goals, she helps us out with that also. And she's also going on to play soccer in college. This player is Amy Fuller. Now moving on to the All-Conference Awards. This first player, she got All-Conference and All-Region, and she has really stepped up her soccer ability. And, you know, she first started playing as a freshman. She's a junior now. She's come a long ways as a soccer player. She was #1 in the conference in saves this past season, and she also played a big part in 9 shutouts. And this player is Gracie Sutton. The next player led our defense in clears and steals, and she kept us in many games. And she's done that consistently throughout her time playing soccer in high school. This player is Anna Gray. The next player led our team in assists. Most things offensively run through her position, and she had 29 assists and 18 goals on the season. She was #1 in the conference in assists and #2 at the 1A level in assists. She was #3 in the conference in goals scored, and she now holds the school record for the most assists over her time playing. This player is Karina Klein. The last player selected as All-Conference and All-Region led our team in goals scored. She had 36 goals on the season and 25 assists. She led the conference in scoring and was second in the conference in assists. And she really stepped up her scoring and her offense all over. And this player is Maya Burris-Kerr. Thank you.
Guys, wrestling will come back to you. Women's wrestling, Smoky Mountain Conference champions. North Carolina High School, the first ever 1A through 4A runner-up champions in team duels. And Smoky Mountain Conference Coach of the Year in Roper.
Could I get all members of the 2023-24 North Carolina Coaches Association State Runner-Up Girls Wrestling Team to please stand? You might notice that Coach Blankenship and I did not recognize them as the 1A state runner-ups. That's because girls wrestling is combined for all classifications, 1A through 4A. This school year, there were 228 high schools in the state of North Carolina and over 1,500 girls in the state of North Carolina that participated in girls wrestling. At the end of the season, our girls were invited and participated in the first dual team state championship tournament ever and finished state runner-ups to 4A Hope County. We didn't wrestle a school smaller than 3A in our march to the state championship match. 5 years ago, our wrestling program took a leap of faith and started scheduling girls-only competitions well before it was sanctioned as a separate sport by the state association. This year, we were sanctioned for the first time. This year, it was a Smoky Mountain Conference sport for the first time. Swain County and these ladies that were standing here had a huge part in making that happen. Our ladies finished the season with a 23-1 dual team record, with the lone blemish coming in that state title match. We'd now like to recognize our individual athletes' accolades. Ladies, if you could please come forward to receive your awards as I call your name. Honey Echeverria, all conference. Savannah Cunningham, honorable mention, all conference. Asia Ball, all conference. Eliana Norton, all conference. Lindsay Falkenberry, all conference. Tasia Neto, all conference, state qualifier. And I will say this to the three ladies we're going to call as a state qualifier. There were 67 teams in our region, in the Western Region 1A through 4A. You had to be top 4 to make it to the state tournament. Lala Cogdell, all conference, state qualifier, 5th in the state in the 138-pound weight class, and Smoky Mountain Conference Wrestler of the Year. Emmy Everhart, all conference. Araceli Lara, all conference. Pippa Welch, all conference. Anisette Cooper, all conference, state qualifier. And Layla Alonzo, all conference. We'd have one more round of applause for these ladies. Thank you.
Men's wrestling, Coach Jaimez.
Hey everybody, I appreciate you guys being here. I know Coach B said some thank yous in the beginning, and I just got a couple more. I'd like to thank the folks over at the Tribal ABC. They were awesome this year. They really helped our programs out and put us in a position to kind of continue to do some of the things that we were doing. Tribal Council as well, so I just want to say thank you guys very much. Thank you to my parents for allowing your kids to be a part of our programs. I say this every year, and I mean it. I never really understood what a big deal it was for you guys to give us your kids and allow us to be around them and hopefully make an impact on them. So before, I just thought that was something that people did, but once I became a dad, I knew how special that was. So I just want to say thank you for having the faith in us to be good influences and hopefully teach them some things along the way. Thank you to my kids. You guys are awesome. You guys listen to all my old man stories and and you allow me the opportunity to do what I think I was meant to do. And so I just want to say thank you for that. To the guys that coach with me, I don't think I would ever be on time. I don't think there's a list of other things that I probably would not do if I didn't have these guys behind me. And so I just want to say thank you guys. Having the opportunity to coach with these guys is something that I appreciate every day, and I hope that I operate with a sense of gratitude that reflects that. If you were a member of the 2024 wrestling team, boys wrestling team, please stand. to start with the honorable mentions. All this is the Sully Cunningham. Andre Aguilera. Cale Stevenson. James Stroman. Lucas Sutton. For our all-conference, Owen Craig. James Arch. Clay Siegel. And Matt Ferguson. Our regional qualifiers, Sully Cunningham, Noah Rowe, Cale Stevenson, Andre Aguilera, Owen Craig, Tanner Moore, James Arch, Clay Siegel, Lucas Sutton, and Matt Ferguson. For our state qualifiers this year were Cale Stevenson, Owen Craig, Clay Siegel, Lucas Sutton, and Matt Ferguson. Two of these young men had the pleasure of winning over 100 matches with their time with us. And one of these young men still has an opportunity to add to it, but Owen Craig finishes his career with 104 wins, 3-time state qualifier. Our other young man is Cale Stevenson. He's at 113 wins, and he's also a 3-time state qualifier. Thank you to everybody. Thank you, guys.
JV and varsity women's basketball, Coach Griffith.
Good evening, and thank you for attending the 2023-2024 Sports Award Banquet. If you play JV or varsity girls basketball, would you please stand to be recognized? I want to start off by thanking the families for allowing me and my coaching staff the opportunity to coach your daughters. It means a lot. We couldn't do it without you. This year's JV girls team fought hard each and every night, even though we're not able to put up as many wins as we'd hoped. On the bright side, they showed individual and team growth from the beginning of the season to the end. This year's Girls Player of the Year for JV is Madison Blankenship. This year's varsity girls team was by far one of the youngest and least experienced teams in our conference. Starting our 23-24 summer basketball camps, my goal was to play as many games as we possibly could to give these girls as much playing experience as possible. Throughout the summer, we played a total of 24 ball games in the month of June. By the end of June, we finished with a record of 1-23. Some of the notable losses were to Murphy twice by an average of 28 points, and a loss to Franklin twice with an average of 30 points. Going to this season, I knew it'd be a season full of highs and lows. The goal is to continue to develop, and eventually things would start to click. Fast forward to the end of this season, we finished with a record of 12-14 and swept Murphy twice and beat Franklin.
The amount of growth these girls showed over the year is tremendous, and I could not be more proud of them. I'm looking forward to having these girls back in a few days to continue our growth this off-season in the hope of an even better season next year. When I call your name, please come down. This year's varsity conference award winners is you have all conference honorable mention, Trinity Littlejohn and Molly Woodard. And then all conference is Miss Marley Hicks. So for me, it was hard to pinpoint who the player of the year was for me. We were so young, we had to grow individually so much and as a team so much. There's so many awards that I could pass out to how much we improved or individuals improved. So I decided not to give an MVP of our team, but I chose to give 2 coaches awards because without these 2 girls, our 2 captains, we would have been in a sinking boat. But they helped rock the ship, and I'm grateful to name Miss Faith Woodard and Ms. Marley Hicks as the coaches award winner. Thank you.
JV boys and men's varsity basketball, Smoky Mountain Conference co-champs and Smoky Mountain Conference Coach of the Year, Coach McMahon.
First and foremost, I would like to thank Coach B, Coach Marr, Coach Matt for giving me the opportunity to coach JV basketball this year. This year we're doing a different award. We're going to go with the We is Greater Than Me award. This award is for a special person that always puts the team first. That being said, the award goes to Silas Stanberry.
Good evening. First off, got some people I want to thank. First and foremost, Coach Evan Bradley, Coach Derek Ledford for during this basketball season. It's been a long season, about 130-something days together, so it's quite a journey. My mom, obviously, she can't be here tonight. She's last time I checked, she was taking care of some of the grandkids, but she takes the books for us. Jason Lambert, saw him up here today doing the clock for us. And then obviously Coach B, Coach Marr, Bones, Tommy, Pickle, and Casey back there. I'm trying to wait for Casey to be last so he wouldn't feel out of place. But just a great group of people to have work with you on a daily basis. Coach Stevenson bet I wouldn't thank my wife, but she did do some laundry today, so she's come back in some good graces. But no, she's great. Having Knox and having a newborn and having these bunch of guys that we have to deal with every day from craziness of 18-year-olds. She is 100% supportive, and I'm so thankful we have her. So if you are a member of the boys basketball team, please stand up. Solid. Sit down, man. So, this group of guys is, like I said, it's a long year. We have a lot of serious moments. We have a lot of moments where you may have Drew Skaggs out there singing Long Black Train by Josh Turner before practice goes on. And just it's just a great group to have on a daily basis. We have some individual awards we're going to give out. First is Most Improved. He couldn't be here tonight, but that goes to Jaden Wade. Our next four guys, we'll call it here. We'll just wait until everybody gets up here, then you can give them a round of applause. Honorable mention all conference goes to Drew Cody. All Smoky Mountain Conference and honorable mention District 12, Josh Collins. All Smoky Mountain Conference, honorable mention District 12, Josiah Glassby. And then all Smoky Mountain Conference, honorable mention District 12, Reese Winchester. And then if Connor will come up here and it's Frost here tonight, let's see him come in. Connor, come on up, buddy. Really don't know what words really can't describe how much I feel about these individuals standing over to the right of me. And the only real words I can really come up with is just thank you. You know, thank you for the men you are. Thank you for believing in me as a coach. Thank you for what you've done for our program, our school. You've made me a better father. I couldn't ask for a better group of people to have my newborn around than you guys are here. And we did I guess a team award, but it goes to you four, and I know Frost isn't here, but you five seniors, I really appreciate it and love you. And side note, me and Coach Mar are ready to go golfing and wax y'all anytime you want to.
Next up, men's and women's indoor track. Smoky Mountain Conference champion for the men's indoor track team. Smoky Mountain Conference champion, 1A, 2A, state champion for the girls team. Coach Payne, Smoky Mountain Conference Coach of the Year in both. Come on.
Well, I'm obviously not as organized as everybody else. I've got a lot going on. I'm already thinking about cross country, so I'm looking at that next season moving forward. But we'll start with the girls. Suppose we're in the South. My mama would kill me if I didn't start with the ladies first. If you're on this girls 1A, 2A, third time in a row, state championship team, please stand up. So while they're standing, the Smoky Mountain Conference has looked at indoor track as a conference sport for 3 years. Our girls have won all 3 of them. They 3 times NCHSAA 1A, 2A state champions, past 3 years, and we're the only 1A team to ever win that, much less 3 in a row, considering, well, we started this 5 years ago with Youth Groups. And from there, I mean, we've won 3 of those 5 state or 4 because COVID took 1 year. I'm not as loquacious as Coach Rover, which is good because he said everything I need to say. So everybody he thinks, same thing with us. Everything still applies. The coaches, we couldn't put on all the meets. No one else can put on the track meets like we do because no one has the help that we have. And that comes from the coaches and the parents, because when you look at our track meets, there's parents working everywhere. So I can't thank them enough. To the team awards, we had 18 named as all conference. 12 named as honorable mentions, 14 qualified for the NCHSAA 1A, 2A state championships. To qualify for that, they leave a mark, and you got to either run that time, jump that high, or throw that far to make that meet. And 11 were named as NCHSAA All-State. So, I mean, it's just been a great, great season. So, congratulations, ladies, on that. I'm going to name off the awards now, so when you hear your name, please come up. Please hold your applause to the end. Ryan Ellis, Smoky Mountain Honorable Mention. Marley Hicks, Smoky Mountain Conference Honorable Mention, and Smoky Mountain Conference All-Conference. Kaylin Cochran, All-Conference. Hannah Wingate, All-Conference, Honorable Mention, State Participant in Pole Vault. Maya Burrs-Kerr, Honorable Mention, Smoky Mountain Conference, All-Conference, State Participant in the 4x4. Faith Woodard, All-Conference Shot Put, State Participant, Shot Put. Alden Thomas, Smoky Mountain Conference, All-Conference, All-State, and State Participant All-In Pole Vault. Carly Gizateski, Honorable Mention, and State Participant Shot Put. I should have moved this one down before we started. Gracie Sutton, Smoky Mountain Conference, All-State, and State Participant in High Jump. Emily Gray Stargell, All-Conference, Honorable Mention, State Champion, All-State, State Participant in the 1,000, 1,600, the 4x8. Carden Eddy, State Participant, Pole Vault. Audrey Monteith, Honorable Mention, Indoor Track, State Participant in 4x4, and 1,000 and Smoky Mountain Conference, All-Conference. Milani Linton, All-Conference, All-Conference Honorable Mention, State Participant, 4x400. Angel O'Malley, she qualified in 5 events, and you can only do 4. All-Conference, State Champion in the 4x8, All-State in 3 events, which is the 1,000, she qualified in the 1,000, the 16, the 32, the 4x8, and the 4x4. Congratulations. Annie Lewis, State Champion, All-Conference Honorable Mention, All-Conference Honorable Mention, All-State, State Champion, State Participant. Lily Bjorkness, State Participant 4x8, 1,000 meter. Arizona Blankenship, State Participant 4x8, 1,600, 3,200, 4x4, All-State in 3 events, Smoky Mountain Conference Indoor, and State Champion. Well, that's a lot of ladies. Congratulations, ladies, on all those awards. Hold up. Let's go. We've got 4 other things to hand out. All right, so you heard the names. You've heard some of their accomplishments. It's been a good season. MVP track. Well, it's hard to not give it to her when she wins 2 state championships and gets us back in the 4x4. So MVP track, Arizona Blankenship. MVP field, this came all the way down to the state championship because these 2 girls were neck and neck. It came down to who placed higher at the state meet to get the most points, and that became our pole vaulter, Alden Thomas. Most improved. Well, how do you go from not qualifying anything last year to qualifying in 5 events this year? This girl did whatever we asked her to do, and it came down to just she qualified in 5 events. Angel O'Malley. And my coach's award for the ladies comes to a special girl who comes out and she works hard out every single day. She was there for us whenever we needed her. and sometimes we didn't either. She's still right there ready to jump in there in case we do. My Coach's Award goes to Milani Linton. Year 2023-2024 state champions. Congratulations, ladies. All right, boys. My indoor men, have us stand up. Just like the girls, they are the only Smoky Mountain team to win the Smoky Mountain Conference Championship. And this year they just blew everybody away. We had 20 Smoky Mountain Conference All-Conference performers, 6 honorable mentions, 5 All-State performers, and 4 state champions on this team. One member, N.C. Ufer, even made the national team for shot put. I mean, just an incredible year. 14 individuals made it to the state championship, another school best. Boys and girls combined, 29 athletes. 29 athletes from Swain County qualified for the state meet. More than any 1A, more than any 2A, more than any 3A program, ranked 9th overall for all state qualifiers in all classifications. I mean, just a great, great year for our boys and girls teams. So for the boys, we'll call them down here just like we did the girls. N.C. Ufer, All-State, All-Conference, state participant in shot put, and he made the national team. Caden Sawyer, All-Conference, state participant 4x2, 4x4. Abhi Patel, state champion, 4x8, All-State, 4x8, Smoky Mountain, All-Conference, and state participant in the 4x8, the 1,000, and the 4x4. Connor Lambert, state champion, 4x8, All-State, All-Conference, state participant in 4x8, and he was on a 4x4 team. Evan Hall, All-Conference honorable mention, state participant in pole vault. Zeke Glaspie, All-Conference indoor track and state participant 4x2 and 4x4. Josiah Glaspie, All-Conference 3 events, made state in 4x2, 300, and 4x4. Keontae Graham, Smoky Mountain All-Conference in 4 events, state participant 4x2, 300, 4x4. This guy, boy, he had a choice to make. Owen Craig, he made it to state, but had to go wrestle regionals. So he was all-conference in pole vault, and he made the state championship in pole vault. Ross Clapsaddle, all-conference, honorable mention, made the state in the 1,000 meter. Connor Brown, Smoky Mountain all-conference, made state in the 1,000 meter, 4x400. Duncan Brown, state, pole vault. Whew. All this. Ken Jones, state champion, 4x8, all-conference, indoor, 2 events. All-state, made the state in the 4x8, the 500, the 4x4, and the 3,200. Carl Baird, state champion, all-conference in 3 events. All-state, made the state in the 4x8, the 1,600, and the 3,200. All right, our awards, again, they just go to the person who made the highest points. MVP field goes to N.C. Uford. Don't know what else to say. He said he's done everything. Congratulations. MVP track. Again, it comes down to the state meet. It came down to the points because, I mean, we had 2 boys close all year long, but the MVP track came down to Carl Baird. Thank you, guys.
JV football cheer, Coach Donaldson. Varsity cheerleading, basketball, and football, Coach West.
We had a really wonderful time with JV cheer this year. I would just like to thank Coach B and Coach Marr for giving me the opportunity to get to know and coach this outstanding group of young ladies. Carly and I are super proud of all of our JV cheerleaders and all that they were able to accomplish with cheer, school, and in their community. If any JV cheerleaders that are here, please stand up and be recognized. This year's JV Cheer Award goes to a cheerleader who is super kind, willing to do anything for her team and coaches, and she's just a superb leader. Please congratulate Ms. Bryden Lambert.
This year, Coach Walker and I had the opportunity to coach an amazing group of girls. If you were a part of the football or basketball varsity cheer teams, will you please stand so you can be recognized? For our individual awards, when I call your name, if you'll come forward to accept your award. Our Varsity Football Sportsmanship Award goes to Amber Hinnett. Amber was consistently an encouragement to her teammates when there were mistakes that were made, as often happens when you're learning a new stunt or cheer. Amber would always encourage her teammates and work to build morale. Whether she was stunting or cheering, she would not let moments of frustration get to her. She'd shake it off and would always do what was best for her teammates. Our Varsity Basketball Sportsmanship Award goes to Abby Jordan. Abby was also consistently an encouragement to her teammates. She was always there at every game and practice and was always willing to help her coaches and team members in any way that she could. Our Most Improved Award goes to Caitlin Kent. Caitlin was a new face on the team coming in her sophomore year. At every game in practice, she always gave her all and was always looking for constructive feedback from her coaches and her captains and how she could be better for the team. And lastly, our Leadership Award this year goes to Julie Donaldson. Julie is a young lady who regularly demonstrates a phenomenal ability to positively influence those around her and guide her team. As a captain, not only was she able to communicate well with her teammates and give constructive criticism when needed, but she also looked to mentor young members on the team and make sure everybody felt welcome. Thank you.
Men's cross country, Smoky Mountain Conference champions, regional champions, Smoky Mountain Conference Coach of the Year, Coach Keith Payne. And then women's cross country, Smoky Mountain Conference champion, regional champion, North Carolina High School Athletic Association 1A state champions, and Smoky Mountain Conference Coach of the Year, but also North Carolina High School Athletic Coach Association cross country Coach of the Year.
everybody, it's me again, sorry. All right, so we're back up here. We're talking about the girls again first because we've got to. And I have none of these organized, so just stay with me on this. If you are part of our ladies team, please stand up. What I love about cross country is that I think it's the only sport where everybody does the same thing. We don't compete against different people. We don't have different assignments. We don't have to worry about watching film or keeping up with strategies for other teams. All we got to do is go out there and run a strategy that we put in place. And everybody runs the same course. Everybody runs in the same weather. There's no, if the wind's blowing, everybody's running the wind blowing. If it's snowing, everybody's running the snow. So it really builds that sense of community. It builds that sense of family, and that's what they become on this team is family. And you heard Coach say we were Smoky Mountain Conference Smoky Mountain Conference champions. 4th straight year we've done that. NCHSAA regional champions. 3rd straight year we've done that. We won the first 1A team to win the blue division at the Wendy's Invitational, which is just a huge cross country race. It's got more kids in the state or regionals meet. The state meet we won for our 3rd straight year. The women won by the most points ever at the course that we're part of now. They tied for the lowest point total of the day and the lowest 1A score since 2012. At the end of the day, we had 3 ladies named All-State for the 2nd straight year. So these ladies, when I call your name, please come down. Again, they're not organized. You may hear a couple of names over and over and over. All right, so for all conference honorable mention, Audrey Monteith. For all conference honorable mention, Lila Foster. For all conference, Annie Lewis. All conference, Angel O'Malley. All conference, Emily Gray Starter. And all conference, Lily Bjorknes. Our state participants, and since most of them are up here, we're pretty good. We'll start with Lily Bjorknes. You didn't hear this one's name, but she came back from a knee injury, Arizona Blankenship. Lila Foster. Annie Lewis. Angel O'Malley. Martin Harvey. Audrey Monteith. Emily Gray Starter. And our all-state participants, Annie Lewis. Angel O'Malley. And Arizona Blankenship. Now, as you heard, we have won state 3 straight years. I'm excited about that, but it doesn't mean that we're going to win it again, but we're going to try awful hard to win it for you. You look on this stage from all of our ladies up here, we only lose one. We lose our captain, we lose Lily, but the rest of them will be back, and we hope to rebuild around that. Our awards. Our MVP, it comes down to just something as simple as who scored, who placed with us the highest place. And that comes down to, and she was consistently our #1 runner all year, Annie Lewis. The Coach's Award goes to another girl who absolutely has just turned it on, who I think she just found her rhythm, and she just absolutely just grows and grows and grows every day. My Coach's Award goes to Angel O'Malley. All right, this is your state championship team. Congratulations, ladies. Gentlemen, if you're a part of our 2023 conference champions, our 2023 regional champions, our 3rd place finish at the state meet, please stand up. So, and this is kind of important because the girls have had so much success. The boys, I think, sometimes get overlooked. This is their first conference championship since 2014. Their first regional championship since 2001, and the first time and the highest placement this team has had since that 2000 championship team. So, I mean, it's been a great honor. These boys have really worked hard this year, and some of them for the past 4 years. A lot of these seniors out here, we started running in 2020 in June, and we never stopped. Because that June year, I mean, that was the COVID year. We ran to December before we ever saw somebody else to race against. It was exceptionally tough on them. By golly, we talk about family, talk about just love for the sport. That's what these guys have. So when I call your name, let's come down and start picking some stuff up. All conference honorable mention, Ross Clapsaddle. All conference honorable mention, Connor Lambert. All conference honorable mention, Abhi Patel. All conference, Kane Jones. Kane made all conference all 4 years of his high school career. All conference, Carl Baird. All conference, Connor Brown. So now they're up here. All regional, Carl Baird. All regional, Kane Jones. Oh, we got some girls mixed in here too. So I'll read their names off. All conference, Emily Gray Stargell. We'll get you at the end, Emily Gray. All conference, Western Regional, Angel O'Malley. All conference, all Western Regional, Annie Lewis on the girls' side. State participants, Connor Lambert. Connor Brown, Abhi Patel, Kane Jones, Carl Baird, Ross Clapsaddle, Derek Gunner. Again, we've got 2 awards to hand out here. The MVP again just goes to the person who's been #1 all year. And this kid, he's just, again, thank you, Jeff Marr. Was the last one. Carl Baird. My coach's award goes to a guy who has been #1 and was #1 off and on for his whole 4 years here, but this year sometimes he'd fall #2, sometimes he'd fall #3, but it never stopped his determination, never stopped him from competing, and he just worked his butt off. All 4 years he was here. I hope at some point he finds the ability to want to run again, and hopefully he'll continue it at Clemson. My coach's award is Kane Jones. All right, appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Well, that's 4 state champions, and those rings cost money, so if you'd like to make a donation, we'd like to have that. We did ring sizes the other day for the boys and girls spring track team, and I think it's going to be over 90 rings, so that's going to cost quite a chunk. So if you'd like to make a donation, we'll gladly take it. The kids are right now in the process of working on an email fundraiser, and some of you will probably be getting an email. All right, next, men's soccer, Coach Kendall Cochran.
All right, hello everyone. If you was a part of the 2023 men's soccer team, please stand up. All right, I want to start with some quick thank yous to my assistants this year. Coach Driver for his time and dedication to the men's program, and Coach Scott for stepping in and helping me out through the season and finishing it and answering the many questions I had throughout my first year as head coach. Thank you. Our past season definitely was a learning season. Our team understood we had to make adjustments. The boys did a great job stepping into new roles. I'm even proud of how they dug deep to turn their mindsets around to finish out the season. I couldn't ask for a better group of young men to coach. One thing we talked about a lot this season was our then some. Always giving 100%, but always willing to surpass the limits. This brings me to the first award. This player put a lot of preparation into his senior year. He was motivated and always tried to outwork himself every game, warm-up, and practice. Towards midway through the season, he was a game changer for us, whether he was coming off the bench or in the starting lineup. He always showed up for his team. Our then some award goes to Kyle Noying. Our second award I want to hand out as our most improved. This season, we looked for him in the goal a lot. He had some great saves and grew beyond his own expectations. He ended the season with 134 assists, and we can't wait to have him back this upcoming season. Our most improved goes to Matthew Evans, aka Young Money. Our honorable mentions. Our first player is a creative and a crafty player. He put up 6 goals and 4 assists. I can't wait to see what he does this upcoming season. This player is Clayton Schuler. The second player became comfortable in the sweeper position. He stepped into his captain role very well. He had 180 clears. This player is Max Wilmot. The next players are all conference and all region. The first player I would like to recognize is a player who started on defense for us, but grew into this dominant and diverse player. He had 219 clears, adding in a few goals and assists. He has a huge passion for soccer and always wants to keep growing. This player is Brendan Lanning. Our second player is a player that is a game changer on the pitch and makes his presence known. He became a leader for this team and always keeps the morale alive. Of course, he had to get hurt part of the season, but he didn't let that hold him back. He put up 12 goals and a handful of assists and clears. This player is Owen Craig. Thank you.
JV and varsity volleyball, Coach Sale.
Hello, everybody. If you are a member of the varsity volleyball team, please stand up. As we reflect on this season's journey, we're reminded of the countless hours of practice, sacrifices made, and unwavering commitment to this sport that you guys have shown. So thank you for showing up every single day. Coach B mentioned a whole bunch of thank yous at the beginning, so we're live on the Maroon Devil Network. You guys can rewind and look at those again if you need to. But I do want to give a special shout out to Mr. McKinney for keeping our clock and Alyssa Smith for being willing to keep our book, because that is not a super fun job to do. This season, we finished second in conference and made it to the second round of playoffs. This is the best finish our program has had since 2015, marking tremendous progress for the Lady Devil Volleyball program. We have one all-conference honorable mention, and that is Isabella Walker. And then we have 3 players named as all-conference selections, and those are Kaylee Parker, Kennedy Anthony, and Gracie Sutton. So they make their way down. I'm going to keep going. So our word, each season we pick a word that we want to strive to accomplish or work towards as the season progresses. And the word for the 2023 season was intentional. We aspired to make every moment, every movement, and every word intentional. and use it for a positive purpose. Our group of girls took this and ran with it, but one player in particular really took this in. She always asked for extra reps. She poured positive words into her teammates. Her actions were purposeful, and she was determined to get better every single day. But more importantly, she tried to make her team better, and that was her priority. Those are just a few of the many reasons this year's We Is Greater Than Me award goes to Anisette Cooper.
We'll come back to volleyball just a little bit. JV volleyball. Women's varsity golf, Coach Josh Crisp.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Will the first ever Swain County High School girls golf team please stand and be recognized? Standing before you are some of the remarkable ladies that I had the pleasure of getting to know this year. I also want to thank Jessica Klein for helping drive some of these girls to matches, and I also want to thank Karina Klein for helping recruit some of these girls, mostly the soccer girls, to join the golf team. So thank you. We had 5 girls competing at the Smoky Mountain Conference tournament this year. They were Lola Collins, Maya Burrows Kerr, Karina Klein, Marley Hicks, and Rose Carson. As a team, we started out shooting triple bogey max, which on a par 36 is 63. This was happening almost every hole and every match. But by the end of the year, these amazing girls and their work ethic, they improved between 3 to 7 shots each, which resulted in a second place conference finish. We had several girls placed at the top of the conference. Please come down when I call your name to get your certificate. Lola Collins, all conference, and placed 4th. Honorable mention and placing 9th were Maya Burrows Kerr and Marley Hicks. And placing 11th in the conference was Karina Klein. Also want to mention Rose Carson. She almost made honorable mention, missed it by 1 shot. So congratulations. I have 2 awards to present. The first goes to our most valuable player. She was our best golfer this year, improving from averaging 63 to averaging 54 on 9 holes and competing at the 1A West Regionals. She always has a high demand for herself and works hard every time we go out. The 2023 most valuable player is Lola Collins. Let's see. Our next award goes to our most improved golfer. This young lady started the year never picking up a club, like most of the girls, and by hole 9 of her first match, she was crying. That showed me that she cared about getting better. Her first match, she shot a 63, and by the end of the year, she was shooting around a 57. I'm excited about what all these girls have for the next year, but this girl, the most improved golfer, goes to Maya Burrows Kerr. I'll be remiss by not closing like this. I'm excited about all these girls coming back next year to compete for a conference championship. Last thing I wanted to say, I learned a lot as coaching girls for the first time. And I say my girls because they have made such a huge impact on my life. But of all the ideas and the items we discussed, this was probably the most important concept, and I'll leave you with this because the girls will get it. And if you don't remember anything else, remember this: slay.
JV volleyball, what do you say? Bruce Smith. Chelsea Dan.
JV volleyball, please stand up. So I only get one award to give out, and if you're trying to come up with an MVP for a 6-player game with extra players coming in, it's just impossible. So I went with a player that from day one never stopped wanting to improve herself and do better. She's not necessarily the most improved, but she absolutely never would back down to anything I would put her up against. From us scrimmaging varsity, she'd be like, "Put me in the middle, coach, I got this." And I mean, she had never played much before other than this last couple of years. So my award is the Never Back Down award, and it goes to Miss Lindsay Falkenberry.
JV football, Coach Steve.
So how many out there of you guys are starving to death right now and ready to go home? I'm hungry myself, so I'll make this quick. Back during February, our football program, JV and Varsity, we got together and we did a little banquet with our kids in February, so we give out all our awards at that time. But I would like to take the time to recognize those guys. If there's, I cannot see, is there any JV football players here? If you're here, please stand up. All right, good job, guys. Thank you, guys. Good. So I'll go over our award winners really quick. Our offensive MVP was Noah Brown. Our defensive MVP was Aiden Smiley. Our most improved was Houston Hornbuckle. And our other most improved was Noah Lossy. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Varsity football, Coach Holt.
Coach West, come up here and help me hand these out just for a second. I didn't think we was going to have any. It's, I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. As Coach Stevenson said, we do our football banquet in January just because we want to take a little more time, and that's, just we give our kids their awards at that. But a couple people I want to thank that really were tremendous to our football team, and not necessarily winning and losing on Friday night, but it made it a whole lot better during the week, whether they fed us. Any of our businesses that are on our field house, they either give us money or they give us a meal, and our kids eat a lot, so we want to thank them people. I won't name them because it'll be a long time, but you know who you are. I want to thank our parents. Somebody's going somewhere on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday before the game to get food, and it couldn't happen if it wasn't for our parents. And I want to personally thank you for that. I want to thank Chief Hicks, Vice Chief Inslee, and the Tribal Council for all their support, whether it be donating food, water, travel, and just their everyday support of our program. We have a real good relationship with them, and I just want to appreciate and thank them for what they do for our football team. Lastly, I want to thank our administration, our principals, our vice principals, our ADs, all our coaches, thank you for everything you do. I know it's not enjoyable sometimes, but the end result, when you see kids participate, no matter what you do, that's why we do what we do. So I want to thank everybody for your sacrifice, for your sports. And then personally, I want to thank my assistant coaches. I couldn't do what I do if it wasn't for them. They work hard. I demand a lot of them. And, you know, they put a lot of time and effort in it. And then I want all our football players to stand up. He was on our football team this past fall. From me to you, I personally thank you for your everyday sacrifice for our football team. It ain't easy. I work far out of you, you know that. I demand a lot of you. And every time I asked you to go to battle on Friday night, you stepped up to the plate. We were 11-2 this year, had a real good season. Going to try to get better. We're not where we want to be. Our kids worked really, really hard, and we more than doubled our win total from season 1 to season 2. At this time, I want to recognize our all-conference recipients. I call your name if you'll come up. We'll start with honorable mention. Nolan Fisher. Skeet Cook. Drew Skaggs. Reese Winchester. And then our Smoky Mountain Conference, all conference recipients, Grady Lewis. Josh Collins. Josiah Gillespie. L.D. LaQuire. Lucas Sutton. Keontae Graham. And then he made all conference, but he was also voted Lineman of the Year, which is a very distinguished honor for the Smoky Mountain Conference in St. Uford. And then our all Western North Carolina recipients were N.C. Uford, Grady Lewis, and Josh Collins. And then I want to get Reese, Josh, and Joe to stay up here. Give these boys a round of applause. All right, so everybody's giving an award, and I told Coach Blankenship I don't like MVPs. I don't like to single just one person out, because that boy for us that don't ever play on Friday, that plays scout team right guard and scout team linebacker, he's pretty doggone important too. And so what I like to do is I like to recognize our captains. During fall camp, we stay up here in the weight room, and we're here for 3 days, and on the last day, we always vote for our captains. As a team, it's definitely what I consider one of the highest honors that you can get is when your teammates vote for you. And these 3 young men were voted by their teammates as team captains, and I'm a firm believer you're only as good as your leadership. And these 3 men did a real good job for us leading. They did a real good job rallying the troops. You don't really realize what goes into a team unless you're a part of it and you see it every single day, not just on game day or meet day or match day. And these three young men did a real good job of leading our football team this year. They were very good at setting an example, holding each other accountable. And I'm proud of them. We're going to miss these three. They're pretty good on the football field, but they're even better young men, and I'm excited about what their future holds, because at the end of the day, football ends for all of us. They're going to have to go be daddies, husbands, and men of Swain County, and I've challenged them with that. And these are our 2023 team captains, Reese Winchester, Josh Collins, Josiah Glasser. Coach B, I'll turn it back over to you.
Our last awards are our senior awards. Besides the GPA, when these awards are nominated by the coaches and voted on by the coaches, and they go to our seniors. So Coach Morrow will come up and do these.
All right, our young lady. Wow. Jack and Kathy, I don't think y'all would have added y'all's two together and got the GPA this high. Our female academic athlete of the year with a GPA of 4.5167, Miss Anna Gray. And our male academic athlete of the year with a GPA of 4.1667, Mr. Kane Jones. This next young lady has been described as a great teammate, hardworking, always complimentary of her opponents, and will fill any role that the coaches ask her to fill. She has been a multi-sport athlete throughout her career at Swain County High School. Your 2023-24 Female Sportsmanship Award winner is Miss Savannah Cunningham. This next young man is the epitome of what a great teammate should look like. He has genuine care for his teammates and his coaches. He works his tail off every single day. He has impeccable character. And he has a true joy, and it has been a true joy for every coach that has ever been blessed to coach him. If you play basketball in the last 2 minutes of each quarter, you certainly do not want this guy guarding you. Your 2023-24 Male Sportsmanship Award winner is Mr. Connor Lambert. This next young lady has been a contributing, scoring member of 10 state championship teams. She's been named All-Smoky Mountain Conference in cross country. She had the fifth fastest mile time in the state this year. She's a consummate we before me person, and she's signed to run at King College next year. Your 2023-24 Female Athlete of the Year is Miss Lily Bjertness. And for the boys, we had a tie. I don't even know where to start with these two characters. These two young men have meant the world to Maroon Devil athletics throughout their entire careers. They're both fierce competitors. They both play their tails off. One is a little louder and outgoing. The other is a little quieter and more low-key. One had several technicals this year. The other had 0. They have both combined for multiple yards and touchdowns in their football careers. Both have some of the best in-season basketball stats that you will find. Both have been named All Smoky Mountain Conference, and both truly bleed maroon and white. Your 2023-24 Male Athletes of the Year are Mr. Reese Winchester and Josiah Glassby. Should have done all the technicals, Joe. I don't even know where to begin with this next one. If I had any artistic ability, which I don't, to take a big piece of granite and chisel out a perfect maroon devil athlete, this is the guy I would try to make. He is everything a coach could possibly want in an athlete. His work ethic in the weight room, on the fields, on the track, and on the court are off the charts. He has a God-given ability to lead people and get them where he wants to take them. The thing I love the most about this young man is his competitiveness. It doesn't matter what you're doing. He wants nothing more than to not only win, but to pulverize you in the process. He has thousands of yards and touchdowns. He's filled up the score sheets in basketball, and he was recently a member of the state record 4x400 state championship relay team. It is my honor to present the 2023-24 Maroon Devil Award to Mr. Josh Collins. And at this time, I would like to ask Mr. Bob Thomas and all seniors to come down for a great rendition of the school song.
I, for one, and a lot of others too, glad that Josh got that award. Everybody can stand up and stretch a little bit. Otherwise, I don't know how many of us could make it down. True confession. School song is a long-time tradition of Swain County High School. So let's sing it like you mean it. Ready? Yeah, thank you. Little voice says, yes. Swain high, we ever praise thy nobleness, and we have for thee a feeling we can ne'er express. Thou art majestic, Swain high, 'neath the Carolina blue. We salute thee, Swain High, and to thee will e'er be true, with colors of maroon and white, with standards always for the right. We hail the alma mater and sing praises that are due.
Congratulations, seniors. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello viewers, my name is Audrey Zelinka and I'm one of your student correspondents with the Maroon Devils Network. This channel was created in 2014 and since then we've had over 430,000 views, but more than 75% of those have been non-subscribers. Right now our channel has a little over 2,400 subscribers, but we want to reach a goal of 5,000. To help us do this, you can like, subscribe, and share our videos. Thank you for watching the Maroon Devils Network.